What's good, y'all? It is your Don, and of course, all 2020, you can just simply call me Dad. But like always, I want to keep these intros short. I already have the script done for part 8, so if you want me to start on it immediately, get the video to 10 likes in 24 hours, which means share it and all that to your friends. Also, let me know if you want me to add more videography effects, so maybe like smoke or just some more video, actual videos and not pictures, or whatever the case may be. Or you would rather me add some sound effects to it. I didn't do either one for this particular video because I wanted to make sure I got this out to you guys in at least 2 weeks. That's the longest I would ideally like to keep y'all without a video. I want to get it to 1 week at a time. Also, go to the description, follow me and all my homies. They're playing Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, Kingdom Hearts, and my gaming channel. We currently not up with anything, but it will be soon enough. And follow me on Twitter. But without further ado, let's hop in to part 7. Peace. In part 7, we start right after Itachi and Kasame ran away, escaping Jiraiya after trying to kidnap Naruto in the Nine-Tailed Fox. Guy shows up and tells Jiraiya, Deku, and Naruto that Kakashi had been put into a genjutsu by Itachi as well. He tells him that the only one who's going to be able to get them out is the legendary medical Sannin Tsunade. After hearing this, Naruto tells them that they need to go immediately so that they can save Sasuke. The group leaves to get Tsunade, and as they're going towards the city that Jiraiya last heard she was in, Deku asks why anybody would be after Naruto. Then he asks if it has anything to do with that weird chakra that Naruto has. Jiraiya tells Deku that he's very insightful and he's probably correct, but he's not sure what they actually want to do with Naruto or the Nine-Tails chakra. Once they enter the city, Jiraiya tells them to go investigate, and Deku and Naruto go and explore the city. While they're exploring, Deku asks Naruto about the Nine-Tailed chakra and asks him how long he's had it. Naruto tells him he really didn't know anything about it at first, but has noticed it more and more, and he recently thinks he learned how to control it a little. Naruto then asks Deku, somewhat hesitantly, what he thinks of him now that he knows that he has this monster inside. Deku just smiles at him and says that Naruto saved him multiple times already, and more importantly than that, that they're already friends, so knowing this doesn't change anything about that. After a while, Deku and Naruto run back into Jiraiya and are suddenly attacked by some random goons. Jiraiya says that this is a good time to show them the technique he's going to teach Naruto, and after seeing the Rasengan for the first time, they're both thrown back with how powerful it is. After seeing the move, the group leaves, and Jiraiya explains that this technique has to be learned in 3 steps and starts to explain what step 1 is of that training process. Jiraiya throws Naruto a balloon, and when Naruto gets it, he asks if Deku could get one as well. Deku refuses though, saying that he told him he didn't want to get in the way of his training and that he has some training of his own that he's thinking about doing. As Naruto starts part 1 of his training, Deku starts to brainstorm about different ways he could train of his own. He starts thinking about his chakra flow and what he already knows how to do. He then starts to think about Sasuke's Chidori and how he seemed to have lightning surrounding his hand and how Gaara would use the sand from his jar. Deku then starts to wonder if he can use the elements around him like Gaara or simply add his own nature transformation to his attacks as well. For the next 3 days, while Naruto is learning step 1 of his training, Deku slowly starts to learn how to flow his earth chakra into his fist. While he's not able to perfect it in these 3 days, Deku is able to harden his fist with his earth chakra enough to punch through a tree easily without taking any type of repercussions. The downside right now to this is that it takes a lot of concentration and he can only surround his fist and no other part of his body. Jiraiya notices Deku's training and is quite impressed. He says he reminds him of the third with how quickly he's able to pick up on his ninjutsu. Jiraiya thinks that with the proper teacher, Deku can truly be a frightening ninja in the future. Shortly after, Deku is able to create a fist made out of complete earth chakra. Naruto is also able to pop the balloon. After Naruto pops the balloon, he tells Jiraiya and they start stage 2 of their training. Jiraiya starts to talk to Deku and Naruto about step 2 of Naruto's training. Deku listens very intently, hoping to gain some knowledge from this that he could use for his own training. He tells Naruto that this part of his training is going to be focusing on power. He then throws a ball at Naruto that has no water in it, and Naruto starts his training. When Naruto starts his training, Deku starts to meditate, thinking that his technique is already powerful, but wonders how good it could be also as a defensive technique. He starts to call this technique he's trying to create Earth Armor, and as he meditates, he focuses on adding his Earth Chakra not only in his fist, but have it flowing throughout all of his body. While meditating, Deku hears Naruto yell out of frustration, and it breaks his concentration. He goes up to Naruto and asks him what's wrong, and Naruto starts to complain about how all he can do is put small holes in the balloon. Deku then explains that when he's trying to get the most power out of his attack, that he only focuses on one spot, like the soles of his feet or the ball of his fist. His advice to Naruto is to put all his chakra on one part of his hand and just focus there, and that it'll naturally have to flow into the ball since it's on top of it. After getting this advice, Naruto forces all of his chakra into the palm of his hand and quickly destroys the ball. Not only does Naruto destroy the ball, but he actually puts so much chakra into one spot that it seems to burn his skin. Deku is impressed with the amount of power that Naruto just released and thinks that if he's able to do that with his Earth Armor, then also have his Earth Armor be a defensive technique as well, that it'll greatly improve his ability to help and protect others. After completing step 2 so quickly, Naruto goes back to Jiraiya and tells him that he's ready to master step 3 and master this technique. Jiraiya is impressed to see that Naruto's gotten here so quickly and wonders how long it'll take him to master step 3. While he's teaching Naruto step 3, he says that it'll be easier to show Naruto what he's doing than it is to tell him, and Naruto and Deku both are impressed after seeing the Rasengan again, and how much damage it did to the tree without seemingly any effort from Jiraiya at all. While looking at the Rasengan this time, Deku takes note that it's not even a nature transformation, but just simply a ball of destructive chakra. Deku then looks at Naruto and thinks that if he masters this technique, that he'll not only get Rowan, but he'll also continue to leave him behind, and says to himself that he has to master Earth Armor as quickly as possible. Jiraiya tells Deku that he's been noticing his training as well and that he's quite impressed. He says that he has one piece of advice for Deku, and Deku eagerly asks what it is. Jiraiya tells him that he needs to simply go with the flow, and that his chakra and his technique will quickly improve as well. Deku's not sure what he means, but he tells him thank you and goes off to meditate. The group finally gets to the city where Tsunade is supposedly at, and when they get there, they notice that the city's in a panic. They ask a civilian there what happened, and they say that it was just attacked by a giant snake and given the direction that the snake was in. By the time they get there, it's too late and the snake is gone. Jiraiya tells them that it's probably the same snake that attacked Naruto and Deku back during their tuning exam, and that they both need to be on their guard while they're here in the city. But shortly after that, they actually run into Tsunade. The conversation with Tsunade goes pretty much the same as in the anime, stating that she doesn't want to be Hokage and that that's the errand of a fool. But this time, when she starts to talk about the third Hokage and Naruto gets upset and tries to attack Tsunade, instead of Jiraiya, Deku's the one who grabs him and throws him back. Deku looks at Tsunade with a serious stare and states that he heard a lot about her from the third and he was looking forward to meeting her. And that even though the third only taught him a few things while he trained with the Sarutobi clan, one thing that was ingrained in him was the will of fire. He tells her that when they fought Orochimaru back during the Chunin exam, he couldn't tell there was even a glimmer of the will of fire inside of him, but that he can see that the will of fire still burns inside of her even if he tries to hide it. Naruto then yells at Deku that he must be blind because all he can see in her eyes are bags. After this statement, Tsunade and Naruto fight, and as usual, it ends with Naruto betting that he'll learn the Rasengan in 1 week. During this next week, Deku and Naruto train endlessly to master their technique. For the first day, Deku just continued to think about what Jiraiya could mean by go with the flow, and it finally hits him that he's not thinking about the flow of his chakra when he's making it go throughout his body. Deku then uses the next 6 days to simply meditate and focus on having his chakra flow smooth and easy as possible. After 6 days had passed, Deku decides to check up on Naruto's progress and finds him passed out on the ground. He thinks that this is typical Naruto, and it reminds him of when they were trying to learn how to climb the tree back during their first major mission. But then he looks over at the tree Naruto is training at and is shocked to see that it's almost completely destroyed. He brings Naruto back to the inn, and Shizunu says that he'll probably be out for at least 2 days. Deku laughs and says Naruto will be back up and running before they know it, before he heads out to his room. The next morning, Deku goes to Naruto's room to check up on him, only to see a passed out Shizunu. He wakes her up and he asks what happens, and this also wakes up Naruto. Naruto then asks where Tsunade is so he can show her the result of his training. Shizunu tells him to stay put as she quickly tries to rush out. Before she's able to leave, a stumbling Jiraiya stops her and asks what was the conversation Tsunade and Orochimaru had. Shizune tells him to follow her, and Naruto, Deku, and Jiraiya quickly race to where Orochimaru and Tsunade are supposed to meet. By the time they actually arrive, Tsunade is seen fighting Kabuto. Naruto and Deku are shocked to see that Kabuto is there, and he yells at him, asking him what he's doing here as Tsunade charges in, only to have blood splatter on her, causing her to freeze up. Kabuto tells them that he works for Orochimaru and tells Deku that he should just quit, that he's even worse ninja than Naruto, saying that his naive mindset will not only get him killed, but it'll get his comrades killed as well. Naruto charges in with his shadow clones, only to be easily defeated by Kabuto, and Deku and Naruto are told by Jiraiya to stay out of this because they stand no chance against him, and that Jiraiya take on Orochimaru as Shizune takes on Kabuto. Deku stares at Kabuto, ignoring what Jiraiya says, and asks why he would help them during the Chunin exam. Kabuto just laughs and says that it was all for his mission. Deku starts to boil with anger, and Jiraiya tells him to stay calm so he doesn't do anything rash. The fight of Shizune and Kabuto start off pretty much the same, and nothing changes until Kabuto tries to attack Tsunade. Instead of Naruto, Deku's the one who ends up blocking this attack, and he not only blocks it, but he does it with a completed version of Earth armor. Deku and Kabuto start their fighting. Kabuto notices he's unable to hurt Deku externally or internally, and he figures it must be because he's getting blocked by that armor around him. Deku swings at Kabuto and he misses. Deku notices that his movements aren't nearly as fast and that he's not used to fighting with this chakra covering his body. Kabuto keeps his distance from him and he analyzes Deku. He tells him that he's impressed with this new technique, but that it really doesn't matter if he's unable to hit him. Deku then drops his earth armor so he can move more freely. He tells Kabuto he's right and he dashes forward to him, throwing a smoke bomb. While inside the smoke, he grabs his bow staff off of his back and he starts to swing it at Kabuto, who easily dodges it. He then does his great flame technique, forcing Kabuto to retreat even more. Kabuto tells him that he's already seen this technique and that is not enough to beat him, and Deku just smiles, saying that he wasn't trying to beat him at all. Before Kabuto is able to notice, Naruto comes from behind with a Rasengan and hits him from the back. This leaves Kabuto in severe pain and unable to move, but somehow still alive. After seeing the drive of these two young ninjas, it inspires Tsunade, who pushes through her fear of blood to continue the fight, stating that she's going to become the 5th Hokage and that she'll protect not only these two but the whole village against Orochimaru. Orochimaru, noticing that the odds are stacked against him, summons his snake Manda, and Jiraiya and Tsunade do their summonings as well. This fight plays out the same, with Orochimaru and Manda still losing and escaping at the end of the day. But as Deku and Naruto are able to watch this fight, Deku asks Naruto if this is the same toad that he summoned. He tells him that he is, but even for him, seeing a fight from this level is completely different. Deku wonders if they'll ever be able to reach the same level as these Tsunade. After the fight ends and everyone gets some rest, the group prepares to head back to the Hidden Leaf Village. While they're eating, Tsunade asks Deku what his dreams are, since he already knows what Naruto's is. He says that he used to just want to be able to assist the third Hokage, but since he's passed, he guessed that they're going to move on to her since she's the new Hokage. But even more than that, he's learning that what he wants to do is protect the village and those who's close to him. He then says that to do that, he also needs Tsunade to get back to the village as quickly as possible so that they can help Sasuke and their sensei Kakashi. And this is where we're in What If Deku was in Naruto Part 7. Hey y'all, if you made it through the whole video, remember to comment and like the video. And also tell me what you think. Give me some feedback. I really love, I adore talking to you guys in the comment section and just hearing what you guys think and what you think is gonna happen. It really does help influence the story to a degree. And more than anything, it just helps me connect with you guys. And as your dad, you know what I'm saying? I would love to connect with you guys. But please tell me, do you want more videography effects, smokes, maybe GIFs and actual clips from animes or shows or whatever? Or would you rather me focus on adding sound effects like impacts of attacks or jutsus or things of that nature? I'm thinking of ways to improve the content without having, too much time put away making the videos, but life is busy. You know what I mean? But again, get the video to 10 likes in 24 hours, and I will immediately start on recording and editing part 8. But I love you guys. I'll see you next time.